Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia. Today I am just kind of sharing with you what I love about essential oils. The brands I have are both doTERRA and Eden's Garden, and it's not necessarily a comparison, or I should say choose one over the other. I like them both. So it's kind of just like my favorite essential oils, etc. I got started with essential oils about 2 years ago from some coworkers who do doTERRA. So I first started with doTERRA, and I was really loving lots of their products. I still have one of their books, and there's all kinds of books you can get on Amazon that go over each of the oils and main benefits, how to use them, etc. So there are books in case you're interested or you're new. But I started with doTERRA, and I was really liking a lot of their products. I started to help with my sleep. That's where I sort of started. And so I love lavender. I diffuse lavender every night. So diffusing is the main way that I do it. But then, like for me, doTERRA is the only probably downside to doTERRA or some of those companies are it's expensive. So you pay a membership fee every year, and their oils are pricey. Now, of course, that comes with some benefits, of course, that they kind of vet their sources, etc. But anyway, that's how I found Eden's Garden. And this is sort of what that looks like. Eden's Garden. Down here, I will link both doTERRA and Eden's Garden's websites in the description box. So I found them through another friend who, again, we both like essential oils, but the price was sort of like the barrier. So I found Eden's Garden, and I still use both, actually, because there's some essential oils that I feel like perform better from doTERRA, and then there's some that are equivalent. Lavender, which I find equivalent at both. I find Eden's Garden is equivalent. Now, you notice this bottle is large. So a standard small 5 milliliter bottle here, this is a different one, but from doTERRA, and then you can get them in different sizes on Eden's Garden, and I really like that. So you can get this huge 30 milliliter 1 flow ounce for cheaper. A fraction of the cost of what you'd get like the small one over at doTERRA for. So I like that. And because my daughter and my husband and I use lavender every day in our diffuser, it is way more economical for me to get a large one. So if you're having trouble sleeping, I recommend diffusing lavender. You can find essential oils everywhere anymore. TJ Maxx on the discount shelf, Walmart, everywhere has them. For me, I want to know that they're pure. So that's what's important to me. Both doTERRA and Eden's Garden, it's 100%. Like their ingredients is 100% lavender. And so that if you go to the drugstore or Walmart or TJ Maxx, I would just look at the ingredients and make sure whatever oil you're buying is pure. But anyway, I love lavender. Use it every night. I feel like it helps me sleep. At first, my husband thought I was wasting our money, and then within a couple weeks, he was like, "Oh, I think that really does help me sleep." So lavender is one I use all the time. Another one that I kind of just got naturally introduced to by conversations at work, and once I tried it, I am hooked. Now, this is another one where I started with On Guard, and On Guard is doTERRA, and these are the caplets, which I'll talk about in a minute. But Guardian is the version on Eden's Garden, and you can find, for any of the different essential oils, you can find kind of cheat sheets on what's the equivalent of whatever, the name brand it is you're looking. So this one is kind of one that helps repel kind of illness or boost your immunity. Let's see, it has orange, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, rosemary. I love this. And I also feel like the Guardian is equivalent to the On Guard. And again, you can get a very large bottle. These two things are always in our diffuser all the time. So again, for me, it is worth it to save lots of money and get the bigger bottle. And I think this came about the year before last was a horrible year. We were getting sick all the time. And then, so I don't know, I just felt like there has to be a better way. So I started diffusing this every night. And so Cora and I have had a lot less illnesses. Nothing really major has happened. If we get a cold, it seems to go away more quickly, especially my daughter. So it could just be, 1 year was bad with a lot of viruses, and then the next school year wasn't. It could simply be that, but in my mind anyway, I think that the Guardian and On Guard really help to boost your immunity, to help your body fight the viruses. Anyway, and I'm by no means advocating you don't go to the doctor. I am all for the doctor. I am all for true regular medicine. But in my mind, I feel like it can't hurt to use these as a supplement. So I really like Guardian, and again, it's On Guard with doTERRA. Now, something that doTERRA has that Guardian's Eden doesn't is that they have sort of pill form per se. And so these are On Guard capsules, and so it's kind of like a mega dose. And I have used these sparingly, and I know during the height of COVID, these were like back ordered forever, and there's still maybe a limit on how many you can order. But I would put these akin to, now I can't think of it, Airborne. So I would think of these like Airborne, you take Airborne to boost your immunity. And so if you feel a cold coming on, take these. I feel like it prolongs it and lessens it. So, like if you know you have a business meeting or an interview coming up or something really important and you feel a cold coming on, I feel like this can get you through. It'll extend, and like when you feel the cold coming on, it usually comes on in like a couple of days. This would extend that, I feel like 5 or even a week. Now, once I stop taking it, I feel like the cold comes anyway, but again, it pushed out the time of when the cold started, and then it lessens the length of the cold. So I really like these, and again, at least as far as Eden's Garden, they don't have like the capsules and the things like that. So those are my two favorite, On Guard, Guardian, and then the Lavender. Two of my favorites we have all the time. And the third one that I could live without, like when I was picking 3 oils, the 3 oils I would pick would be Deep Breath, Lavender, and the Guardian. So Deep Breath is one that I'm kind of, we'll see, we haven't had a cold in a while, but it's called the Breathe for doTERRA. And I kind of feel like maybe the doTERRA Breathe is a little bit better than the Deep Breath. So again, you can see doTERRA's oils come in 2 sizes. This is a little bit larger, a 15 ml, and then this is a 5 ml. So again, you can kind of compare. You're getting way more for your money at Eden's Garden. And looking at the ingredients here, pretty similar. I would say there's a little bit of a difference here with the deep breathe, or not the breathe here. But these are essential. These have helped my daughter so much. They also come with a roller. So I believe both sites have a roller. So when my daughter has a cold or she's having trouble breathing, I just roll this on her chest. I feel like it helps tremendously. It made her colds, or it still makes her colds so much better. You can put it on her nose, put it on her chest, kind of like a Vicks vapor rub. So I really like the Breathe. Again, I kind of feel like doTERRA is a little bit better, a little bit more effective. But this isn't bad for the price, and I do have a big bottle. Again, it's been a while. This is August, or actually almost October, so September. We haven't had a cold yet since last season. So I'm interested to compare the two again, but I do believe at the end of the last year I was feeling like doTERRA's was a little bit better. So those are the 3 I really, really like. Breathe is essential. I feel like if you have a child or, that cough, like I cough a lot when I'm sick. My daughter coughs a lot when she's sick. It's kind of, we have trouble breathing. So these for me are essential. Another one that I really like that I feel like doTERRA does better, this is one called Peace. So I have trouble sleeping. I can't shut my brain off at night. And I have the generic version from Eden's Garden, and then I think I'm basically out. I only have like a little bit more left of this. But I feel like the Peace doTERRA is so helpful. I don't use it every night, but when, I kind of have been in a rut of not sleeping well, I put this in and I feel like it does calm and just is very nice. This says it's a reassuring blend. It's got vetiver, lavender, I need glasses, yep, the ylang ylang, different things, frankincense, clary sage, all kinds of different ones. So I really like this, and again, I feel like the Peace is better in the doTERRA version. All right, and then I've gotten some different ones over the years from subscription boxes. So this is an Eco Calm and Distress, and you can order them, or you just Google an Eco Essential Oils. This is another one where, again, if I'm in a rut, lavender's not working to get me to sleep. This Calm and De-stress, I really like to sleep, and it looks like it has sweet orange, bitter orange, and a sandalwood, patchouli, so different ones. I don't have any of those in like a regular oil. So again, it's something I got in a subscription box, and I really have enjoyed it. Oh, this is almost my fourth essential one, which I don't know if Eden's Garden even has it. So this may be doTERRA only, but I don't remember. Deep Blue. If you have, back pain or just pains in general, like muscle pains, there is an oil, Deep Blue oil, and it has a safety cap on it, so it's not something that you want to get around, kids or whatever. Different oils in it. And then there's a Deep Blue Rub, which again, kind of like a Bengay. I use them both together. It is powerful. Like if you're ever having like muscles in your back just be sore or muscles in your legs sore, these are awesome for putting them on. And to me, it goes away that day. I don't generally have to put it on more than one day in a row. Occasionally I do. But both my husband and I love the Deep Blue. And again, I don't use these very much, so they've lasted for a long time. So that's another thing. Some of these products do last for a long time, and so they're worth the investment. So I don't even know if Eden's Garden has the Deep Blue, but I have, again, it lasts long. A couple drops goes a long way. So love Deep Blue. And then recently, here's the Breathe Easier. I have a Breathe Easier from Eden's Garden. It has not been opened, and it has more of a menthol. Like I was trying to recreate another one that I had found. So we will try this. It's supposed to help, more clear out the breathing. So it's a slightly different one than the Breathe. You can see they're different colors. So I'm really into the ones that help you breathe when you're sick. Okay, so my daughter and I both, I'm trying it now, so we'll see if it works. I will bring that back to you if it works. But my daughter was on the verge of having tubes put in her ear because she didn't do so well on her hearing test at her 5-year checkup. And so we finally got in. It took months and months to get into an hearing specialist or whatever. So they checked her hearing. They concluded that there was fluid in her ear, and they wanted tubes. I was not so sold on tubes. I asked for other options. They claimed nothing but tubes would work. And my daughter's very active. We're in the pool, we're swimming, and so I didn't want to have to be putting earplugs in every time, we were somewhere. Anyway, so I was really reluctant to do the surgery. I didn't want my daughter to have to go through that. So anyway, I was talking to my friend at work who does the oils, and they gave me some advice on what oils to use, and I kind of Googled concoctions of oils for your ear, and so I ended up trying them out with Eden's Garden just because it's way cheaper. So oregano, I was told to put oregano on the bottom of my daughter's feet. I put it in with a carrier oil. I'm not sure whether that was necessary or not, but this is supposed to act like an antibiotic, I was told. Again, I am not advocating not going to the doctor or not using real medicine, but my daughter had already been on several rounds of antibiotics. So anyway, I was told to put oregano on her feet. And then the recipes I found online and from my coworkers, basil, tea tree oil, and frankincense. I think along with lavender, which I already had, more oregano. I put them in a roller bottle, and you were supposed to roll it all around her ear. So I did that for, I think, around 4 to 5 weeks before her next appointment. And she just had her appointment last week, passed. Her hearing was so much better. I would say, before maybe it was say at 80%, and it went back basically maybe 97%. It was almost perfect. They thought the fluid was healing nicely, and it could have totally be random. She failed her hearing test back in February, and it could have just worked itself out. No idea. But it didn't hurt me to spend, the 15, 20 bucks on oils, and so the oils absolutely could have worked. Again, maybe that extra 4 weeks just somehow her ears naturally fix themselves on their own. But I am now trying this on myself because I had a similar issue as my daughter starting in January. I flew with a cold, and this ear has never popped. And I finally got into a specialist literally like 6 weeks ago. They want me to have a balloon put in my eustachian tube and kind of expand it. And I'm also leery about that. I don't really want to go. But I really don't want to walk around feeling like I just got off a plane all day long and my ears won't pop. So I have now been rolling all these things on me for maybe 3 days in a row now. And so we will see whether that improves it or not. Two other things, my last two things, are also pill forms from doTERRA. This is a phytoestrogen, which online it kind of builds itself more as a menopause drug. But I was reading up on things, and I was having like crazy, ever since my daughter, which she is 5, I'd be fine for a couple months, and then I feel like I was very swingy in my moods and my emotions, and it would just seem to be no rhyme or reason. And so from what I was reading online, this was to help with that. And I took this for about 3 months, and I feel like it did kind of even things out. I will say one side effect I had from this was by the 3rd month, my libido was pretty much non-existent. I don't know whether this was a direct cause. So due to that, I did stop taking it, and it did come back. So I feel like that is one of the side effects. But ever since I stopped, which I would say I probably haven't taken this since April or May, I feel like I've been more even keel in my monthly cycle. I feel like, closer to my period, I would just be like, swinging back and forth when I'm not normally like that. Ever since being pregnant, it was like that. So I feel like this really helped kind of regulate my emotions and my moods. And so I did like taking this. I still have a bunch, but I don't feel like I need to take it at the moment. Another one I tried was the Slim and Sassy Metabolic Blend. And I'm a person who I feel almost hungry all the time. I've always felt like my stomach is larger than most, and I just can eat and eat before I feel full. So I do say that this has helped with that. This has helped curb my hunger. I feel like I'm more aware of my cues of being full. Am I perfect all the time? No, but I do feel like this has helped. Anyway, that's my video about essential oils. Again, my 3 favorites really probably are the Lavender, the Guardian, or On Guard if it's doTERRA, and the Deep Breathe or Breathe from doTERRA. Really, really, really like the On Guard and the Breathe for the cold and flu season. And again, if you're a person, with a lot of muscle pain and stuff, really, really recommend the Deep Blue. So anyway, thank you for joining me, and I will talk to you soon.